Hello, hello! So today, this is what we are baking up, which is not necessarily baking, but I was trying to think of what to use so that I could put a top on top of my little veggie garden to get them to germinate and start to grow. And this is a nice sturdy case, so everything is from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to show you exactly what I did to get my seeds going. Okay, so as I mentioned, these are in the baking section at Dollar Tree. I just thought that this was just a much sturdier, better case than the flimsy plastic ones that they sell for planting seeds, and you can use it over and over, and you can even wash it out and maybe put little cups in there so that you can organize like little beads and things like that. So these are a great little case, and it's great because it closes and it's going to be able to germinate your seeds so that they can begin to grow, because that's why you need a lid on top of things, because a few years ago before I got sick I had planted my own and it took about 6-7 weeks, so I'm at the perfect time because I'll plant them in the ground not Mother's Day weekend because we still had a frost last year, so probably the second or third week, the week before Memorial Day, is when they'll actually go into the ground. So one time I got them like this high and my neighbor was like, "Where did you buy those?" And I actually grew them myself from Dollar Tree seeds. So I've been telling you all that I have been wanting to do this, and we are going to do it right now. So everything is from Dollar Tree. I got this, and you can get 2 of them depending on how many seeds you want to plant. They have these, which are the seed starters, and the pots, and you put them right in the ground when your plant is ready. Just plant your hole, stick it in there, and what I do is when I put it in the ground, I add some Epsom salt or some Miracle-Gro, either a scoop of either one, not both, but one or the other, to get them started. Then, of course, I did get my potting soil from Dollar Tree as well. I always leave it in the bag because it always seems like there's a little hole in the bag. And I got a bunch of different little seeds. So what I'm going to do is I will use an egg carton for whatever I don't have left. And I think I'm going to use the egg carton this year for my little mixed wildflowers. But I am going to plant some tomatoes. Everything is from Dollar Tree. The flowers. I got these peppers. I thought, why not? Try it, right? Cucumbers. These always grow really, really well in my yard. I got the pickling cucumbers. And I got squash. I usually get not much squash, but I do get squash. And then here was another tomato. So this is all I'm going to do is take off this lid, and we're going to set these in the tray. So just show you what I'm doing here. So I have enough to do the tray, and there's a little hole in the bottom too, so whatever dirt goes in here will stay right inside this tray. And then I have a little plastic cup. I bought these at Dollar Tree too, that I'm going to scoop my dirt in there with. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do to plant in the ground to give myself a little marker. I thought it was a cute idea. So all I'm going to do is fill this up because it's a nice even size for what we need. And I'm just going to put my finger in here so that I can drop the seeds in. So we're going to see how many seeds. There's not many in here, which is so amazing. Because I usually put about 4 or 5 seeds in one plant. So we're going to do 3 different plants right now, and then the rest I'm going to put in little egg cartons. And then when I get ready to plant, I'm going to do another video so that you all can see how well this worked. Because let's hope I get a good little harvest this year going. Okay. So let's add a few more. And just put those in there. And I know I had a few people saying, "You've been talking about those seeds for a couple years now." And last year I winded up just buying everything because I was too late in the season. And I was still in treatment, so I didn't really have a whole lot of time. Okay. So I still have some seeds in there. So I can still do probably 1 or 2 more plants. But I want to do tomatoes in the back. And then I think I'm going to do these pickling cucumbers and the peppers in this tray here so that I know what I have. I'm going to have to put a little marker in here so that I know the tomatoes are in the back. What I could do is I could just take until I make my markers for the ground and put it on the back side like this so that I know the back row is tomatoes, the next one will be peppers, and the next one will be cucumbers. And then I'm going to put a little bit more dirt on top of the ones that I have now. I will water it, put the cap on it, and just leave it on my kitchen counter. And the steam from the sunlight and the humidity is going to help them start to grow in here. It's amazing to see how well they do. They start sprouting pretty quickly. So what I'm going to do with the egg carton is I am going to put a piece of cellophane over it, like cling wrap. Okay, so here are the cucumbers. And I am just going to do the same thing. So how many pots do we get? We get 12. There's 12 pots in here. There's 9 in here. So however you want to do it. So I have one. And I only bought one of these trays because I wanted to see, they didn't have a lot of seeds when I first went, and then I went to a different Dollar Tree and I was able to get more seeds. So now I figured, well, I can use the egg cartons I get because they're made of the same material, you know, that brown that will decompose in the ground. So the next one we're going to put is cucumbers, and then I'll put the peppers in the front. And if it gets everywhere, it doesn't really matter because it's going to be right in this little tray. And I don't think that I would put food in here after I did this with the dirt, but if you wash it, I don't see what the difference makes, right? Wash it with some hot water. And I'm not going to put anything in here other than the dirt to get them to start to germinate. I'm going to just leave that, and then I will use my Miracle-Gro and my Epsom salt when I go to plant. Because my friend, my old neighbor, gave me some green onions, and man, they take over my garden every year. I don't have to do anything, and I was thinking of actually getting rid of them. So with the cucumbers, you know, you can make your own seeds. All you have to do is take a cucumber and take the seeds out, let them dry out. Same thing with tomatoes and peppers. You just take the little seeds out and you can make your own from year to year. So you know what you got. So we're just putting these in here, burying it, and I'm sure some of you have a real green thumb. I'm just lucky with my the dirt we have here where I live. Everybody says everything grows so well here. Okay, we have good soil where I live. And the bag is nice, especially because it's not, there's not too much in here, and there's just more than enough to do everything you want with your planting. And then I use those hanging baskets, and I use this dirt too. Okay, so we're going to do the last, oops, I got too much in here, so I'm going to put a little in there, and a little in there. And then I will add my water. So I'm going to dump just a little of that, because this one I'm going to put peppers. Okay, and this one I'm going to do these peppers. So I got lucky and I was able to get a variety, but originally I didn't. So, and again, I put like 3 or 4 seeds in each one so that it grows a nice plant. There's like hardly nothing in this one. So if you wanted to, you could just take your vegetables and dry them out and use them for your own seeds. You don't really even have to buy seeds if you don't want to. Just dry them out. Okay, so you can see I have them pretty full. Okay, so the peppers are in front. The cucumbers are the second one. And I am just going to leave it just like this. So I know these are the peppers, these are the cucumbers, and these are the tomatoes. And then I'm going to water them. And then I'm going to put the lid on it. And look, I can even carry it around. So once it starts to bloom, and see, there's more than enough room for them to start to grow, because once they do start to grow, you can take the cover off. No matter if it's that tray or this or whatever, it all is the same. And that is all there is to it. So these ones here, I'm going to use the egg carton that is similar to the same cartons these pods are made out of. And that is all, but I am going to come back and show you how well my little plants did, so stay tuned for the video in mid-May, and I will show everyone how well my Dollar Tree veggies did this particular year. Okay, I finally did it. I got around to it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.